Welcome to the Mr. Tickle Teaches Maths CD-ROM. Hear a Story allows you to simply listen and watch as the whole story is read through to you. Even the pages will turn automatically. There is an animation sequence after each page, so you can watch your favourite character in action, as well as listening and reading along. Hear a Story allows you to simply listen and watch as the whole story is read through to you. Even the pages will turn automatically. There is an animation sequence after each page, so you can watch your favourite character in action, as well as listening and reading along. Play and learn is where the real fun begins. This section incorporates the lessons and the story. As in the Hear a Story section, the story is read to you. However, this time, when the page is finished, you can hover the cursor over any word to hear its pronunciation. Every page then tests your knowledge by giving you a different lesson to do. You can repeat the lessons as many times as you wish, or simply move on to the next page of the story. Activities. This section of the CD-ROM offers a number of fun activities. You can print out and colour a whole selection of characters, do dot-to-dots, or join in with our great sing-along. This is an opportunity to simply have fun. Click to proceed. It was a warm, sunny morning. In his small house at the other side of the wood, Mr. Tickle was asleep. You didn't know that there was such a thing as a tickle, did you? Well, there is. Tickles are small and round, and they have arms that stretch and stretch and stretch. Extraordinary long arms. Mr. Tickle is asleep in his house. Can you count the number of snores that appear from his bedroom window? How many snores can you count? That was not the right answer. Please try again. That was the right answer. Well done. How many snores can you count? Mr. Tickle was fast asleep. He was having a dream. It must have been a funny dream, because it made him laugh out loud, and that woke him up. He sat up in bed, stretched his extraordinary long arms, and yawned an enormous yawn. Mr. Tickle felt hungry. So, do you know what he did? I'm hungry. How many times do you want Mr. Tickle to snore? He reached out one of his extraordinary long arms, opened the bedroom door, reached down the stairs, opened the kitchen door, reached into the kitchen cupboard, opened the biscuit tin, took out a biscuit, brought it back upstairs, in through the bedroom door, and back to Mr. Tickle in bed.
Yummy!
Mr. Tickle wants to know how many biscuits are in the biscuit tin. Can you count them for him? Well done! As you can see, it's very useful having arms as long as Mr. Tickle's. Mr. Tickle munched his biscuit. He looked out of the window. "Today looks very much like a tickling day," he thought to himself.
As you can see, it's very useful having long arms. Today looks very much like a tickling day.
Can you look at Mr. Tickle's biscuit and tell me how many parts it has been divided up into? Yummy! So, later that morning, after Mr. Tickle had made his bed and cooked his breakfast, he set off through the wood. As he walked along, he kept his eyes very wide open, looking for someone to tickle, looking for anybody to tickle.
I can't wait to tickle someone.
Click anywhere within the picture to hear the number of similar objects there are within the scene. There are 3 clouds. That is the sun. That is the sky. There is 1 tree. There are 3 hills. There are 8 fence posts. There are 2 bushes. There are 7 flowers. That is the grass. Eventually, Mr. Tickle came to a school. There was nobody about, so he reached up his extraordinary long arms to a high window ledge. And do you know what he did? Can you fill in the missing numbered windows with the numbers at the bottom of the page? Placing that number there does not follow the pattern. Well done! You got them all right. Yes, that's right. Mr. Tickle pulled himself up and peeped in through the open window. Inside, he could see a classroom. There were children sitting at their desks and a teacher writing on the blackboard.
I'm now going to show you your maths exercise.
Mr. Tickle is stretching his extraordinary long arms up the side of the school. Can you count how many rows of bricks they cover? That was not the right answer. Please try again. Correct. 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 Mr. Tickle waited a minute and then reached in through the window. Mr. Tickle's extraordinary long arm went right up to the teacher, paused, and then tickled. The teacher jumped in the air and turned round very quickly to see who was there. But there was nobody there.
Class, can you get out your maths books? Oh, stop it, stop it!
The children in the class are doing their 2 times table. Can you read along with me? 1 times 2 equals 2. 2 times 2 equals 4. 3 times 2 equals 6. 4 times 2 equals 8. 5 times 2 equals 10. 6 times 2 equals 12. 7 times 2 equals 14. 8 times 2 equals 16. 9 times 2 equals 18. 10 times 2 equals 20. Mr. Tickle grinned a mischievous grin. He waited another minute and then tickled the teacher again. This time he kept on tickling until soon the teacher was laughing out loud and saying, "Stop it! Stop it!" over and over again. All the children were laughing too at such a funny sight. There was terrible pandemonium. Eventually, Mr. Tickle thought that he had had enough fun. So he gave the teacher one more tickle for luck and then very quietly brought his arm back through the open window.
Stop it, stop it, stop it!
Can you experiment with different lengths of time using the clock? Click on the Start button to start the lesson. Chuckling to himself, he jumped down from the window, leaving the poor teacher to explain what it was all about, which of course he couldn't. Then Mr. Tickle went to town. Look at the picture, and then answer the question about the number of objects within the scene. How many fence posts are there? That is the wrong number of fence posts. Correct. How many trees are there? Correct. How many flowers are there? Correct. How many clouds are there? Correct. How many hills are there? That is the wrong number of hills. Correct. How many flowers are there? And what a day Mr. Tickle had! He tickled the policeman on traffic duty at the crossroads in the middle of town. It caused an enormous traffic jam. The policeman has stopped all the cars. Can you count them so he can let them go past? How many cars can you count? That is the wrong number of cars. How many cars can you count? He tickled the greengrocer just as he was piling apples in his shop window. The greengrocer fell over backwards and the apples rolled all over the shop.
Whoa!
The greengrocer has knocked over all the apples. Can you help him by putting them back in the right sequence? That number does not belong there. Congratulations, you got them all right. At the railway station, the guard was about to wave his flag for the train to leave. As he lifted his arm in the air, Mr. Tickle tickled him. And every time he tried to wave his flag, Mr. Tickle tickled him until the train was 10 minutes late leaving the station and all the passengers were furious.
Oh, no, no.
Oh, Billy, come along, get a move on.
Oh, what's the matter?
What is this
Stupid dog, what's he doing?
Listen to the announcer tell you what time the train has to leave, and then click on the clock face with the correct time at the bottom of the page. Can you set the train off at 10:30? That is not the correct time to set the train off. Can you set the train off at 10:15? Can you set the train off at 9:45? Can you set the train off at 10:30? That day, Mr. Tickle tickled everybody. He tickled the doctor. He tickled the butcher.
Oh!
Can you match one of the mouths at the bottom of the page with the one in the picture? That mouth does not match the one in the picture. That is not the right mouth. This is the mouth that matches the one in the picture. Correct. Correct answer. He even tickled old Mr. Stamp, the postman, who dropped all his letters into a puddle.
Oh.
Mr. Stamp, the postman, is now late delivering the letters. Can you help him by delivering the letters to the correct door? Click on the clock to start the lesson.
Oh, really? It's too much. Oh, this is not my letter. Excuse me, would you come back, please?
Excuse me, this isn't mine. Do you mind? Have you got any letters for me?
Who on earth has sent this letter? This isn't my letter. Do you mind? This isn't mine.
Excuse me. Excuse me. I think you'll find this isn't my letter. Thank you.
Let's see how well you have done. Click on the clock to play again. Then Mr. Tickle went home. Sitting in his armchair in his small house at the other side of the wood, he thought about all the people he had tickled.
Oh,
Every day before he goes to bed, Mr. Tickle writes down the number of people he has tickled that day. Help him by adding up his score for each day. Mr. Tickle didn't tickle that many people. Congratulations! You got them all right. So, if you are in any way ticklish, beware of Mr. Tickle and those extraordinary long arms of his. Just think, perhaps he's somewhere about at this very moment while you're reading this story. Click on the buttons at the bottom of the page to change the length of Mr. Tickle's arms, and then print out the picture. Perhaps that extraordinary long arm of his is already creeping up to the door of this room. Perhaps it's opening the door now and coming into the room. Perhaps, before you know what is happening, you will be well and truly tickled! Sing along. Sing along as the music is played to you. You can hear the song as many times as you like and follow the words on screen. Dot to dot. Click on any picture to enlarge it. If you would like to do a dot to dot of this picture, press the print button. This will print out a dot to dot version of the picture, which you can complete and colour in using the picture on screen as a guide. Colouring. Click on any picture to enlarge it. If you would like to colour in the picture, press the print button. This will print out a black and white version, which you can colour in using the colour picture on screen as a guide.
Mr. Tickle has lots of charms, not to mention his extraordinary ticklish in any way. Mr. Tickle will make you tickly all of the day. He will tickle you on the chin, he will tickle you on the rim, he will tickle you till you scream out with delight. Tickly, 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 scream! Tickly, 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 ow! Tickly, tickly, ooh! Tickly, tickly, you! Tickly, tickly, tickly all the day. Tickly, 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 scream! Tickly, 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 ow! Tickly, tickly, ooh! Tickly, tickly, you! Tickly, tickly, tickly all the day. Mr. Tickle, he means no harm as he stretches out to tickle you with his long arms. With a little mischievous grin, he will tickle you till you give in. He will tickle you till you scream out with delight. Mr. Tickle has lots of fun. He will tickle your